Hello, it's CJ Miller. I'm in Shreveport, Louisiana, across the Red River from beautiful Bossier City, Louisiana. Always want to invite you to come check us out on your holiday. We're a great destination. We're a great layover when you're just passing through and you need to take a rest. Stop and check us out for a day or so. Anyway, the point of this video is I'm going to be talking a little bit about American Horror Story Delicate episode 3 and episodes leading up to it. And then, of course, I'll get into my plans for the evening. So, just the heck of it. American Horror Story Delicate and episode 3. And this is all centering around the character of Anna, or uh, Anna Victoria Alcott, and which reminds me of that name of. Louisa May Alcott, of the writer of Little Women. So, anyway, yeah, go figure. So this is Emma Roberts is kind of playing the central in this throwback to a Rosemary's Baby uh, kind of story. And unlike other seasons of American Horror Story, this is pretty much all focused in one plot point around her. Uh, American Horror Story traditionally has had like several uh, plots, two or three different plots at least, with a couple of side plots running pretty much through it. And this one is focused on one story, uh, and everybody around it is probably a suspect. And then maybe they throw a little twist. So there are going to be some spoilers for this third episode because we find out that Mrs. Preacher, who we thought maybe in the past was up to something no good, she may actually be an ally, who's reaching out, trying to warn, uh, uh, trying to warn Anna Alcott. So she's actually being, kind of kept away from her. That's the way it looks. And then there's these mysterious figures, these women in mask, the little black beaked mask with goats and everything like that. So there's some sort of satanic cult going on. Apparently, Emma Roberts discovers a secret chamber beneath the house in which they've gone to stay for safety. Which would imply that maybe the husband is in on it, since he's the one that's found the house. Also, last episode, while she was having a freak out and she was in the bathroom, and then she accidentally pushed a woman away from her who was getting too close, and the woman fell back and cracked her head open, and she's left her in the bathroom to go get her reward. It's like, okay, and then the lady disappeared or appeared in the audience. So she's either being confounded to have some hallucinations, or the entire movie industry is in on this plot, all of it, or whatever. I don't know, but I'm sorry, stuffy nose. The weather is changing, and we've got like a lot of heavy precipitation and low pressure after a whole bunch of drought in the last couple of days. So it's just really got my, it speaks to my sinuses. So anyway, um, but it's a good episode. I think I rated this series in general as PS for a premium subscription. I would pay a premium subscription if I had to, and I'd do it happily. I do typically watch it on Hulu at 2 o'clock in the morning. Though it's the same. Like, I'm an insomniac anyway, so it's like it premieres on FX uh, on around 9 o'clock, I think, on the Wednesdays, and then 2 o'clock uh, in the morning on that Thursday morning. I can watch it on Hulu stream. So it's like I'll just but I would if um, it, it's it's fine. Okay, so my plans for the evening: I'm going to see early showing of The Exorcist Believer, and I'm excited about this for Ellen Burstyn, who's been one of my favorite actresses. I mean, she's really great. She's now, I think she's the acting president of the Actors Studio. She was one of the, I don't think she was one of the founders, but she was. back in the '60s, she was there with it, and uh, she really took off with her um, supporting role. Nominated, I think, but she did not win because um, Cloris Leachman, I think, won an Academy Award as a supporting role in Last Picture Show. But that movie is great. Ellen Burstyn is great. Does a remarkable um, job as kind of a you know vixen, if you will, uh, a cougar mother or whatever. So anyway, yeah, it's great. Um, Sybil Shepherd and everything was the lead in that. Jeff Bridges, uh, lots of nude men in a swimming pool that probably predates or probably set up what was happening in the movie Porky's and everything. It's set up the teen the teen movie. It was an early teen movie uh, that kind of deals with like teens dealing with like the adults who are just like, I don't know, all kind of weird stuff going on. But it takes a more of a serious approach than some of the uh, teen movies that came after it that are sort of comedic teen movies. So if they were to do, I don't know, that's one of those movies that you probably just could not get away with remaking. It was shot in black and white. I don't know if that was an artistic decision or if that's just. I don't know why it wouldn't be. Uh, Cloris Leachman earned uh, her award. Uh, I'll tell you that. Okay, so but then Ellen Burstyn went on. Her next movie was uh, as Chris McNeil in The Exorcist, and I don't know who won that year, but she did. Ellen Burstyn did a great job, and I think most people feel that that level of acting was Oscar worthy, but there were other contenders, and of course she didn't uh, win. But she did win the next year for Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore. I think if The Exorcist had not been such a fantastical movie, even though it was shot and filmed almost almost with the verite or documentary style, whereas there's not a lot of there's a lot of special effects, but there's not a lot of camera tricks, you know, that that kind of have to romance the viewer. And if there are, you don't know that it's happening because it was shot by uh, William Friedkin, who was primarily up until The French Connection. I think he mostly did documentaries. He had a great eye for that subject matter, and I think where other exorcist or possession movies or exorcism movies fail is that they do go gimmicky after that. Um, but everything regarding possession that could possibly happen in a possession happened in The Exorcist as it would have happened because it was based on reports of real exorcisms in the past, particularly around Georgetown, and that case moved to St. Louis. Uh, Interestingly enough, that's the town where Linda Blair was born. So, Anyway, I don't know if we're going to get a cameo from Linda Blair in The Exorcist Believer or not, but I know she was brought on to uh, be an advisor to the young girls, in the movie because they're dealing with heavy materials. And I know that the character of Reagan McNeil is obviously going to be referenced because Chris McNeil, uh, one of the key players, was her mother, so she's reprising that role. So it's great. Um, and the writers and stuff, they said there's not some sort of Catholic exorcist that comes in uh, and does the exorcism mid-frame. Said there's not a character in the movie that does that. Uh, and I want to say I don't know. I think maybe he misstated that. And I'm saying the director maybe misstated it because I feel like in this case, Chris McNeil, Ellen Burstyn as Chris McNeil, is the experienced person coming in uh, to assess what's going on, and maybe she's not a third act, maybe she's a second act kind of person. She's whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. I'll see it around 6 o'clock this evening, and then when I do post about it, um, I'll give my opinion. I will try not to spoil it. And do need if I do need to talk about and spoil it, I will give plenty of leadway before the spoiler, so that if someone doesn't want to be spoiled, they can stop the video and then maybe come back and catch it later. But yeah, I'm gonna go see the movie. It's there's nothing but clouds outside, heavy atmosphere and everything like that. But I'm gonna go, and if I don't go see the movie, then it's gonna get spoiled for me, because I'm a fan of this franchise, and I'm really a huge fan. As much as I love Linda Blair, and I do, I can pretty much trace her career uh, from TV commercials all the way through where she's to now, where she is now. Well, I'm like that with Ellen Burstyn, you know. And by the way, Burstyn is about her third uh, movie screen name that she finally settled on, and uh, you know. Um, I'm excited to see what she does. I have tremendous respect for her um, approach to the craft of acting. You know, I you know, I love that. Everybody, who's a movie buff loves to hear about stuff like that. But the actor studio is great. That's kind of like, oh my God, I wish I could. I wish that could be me. Kind of whatever. Um, I was busy. Um, Getting high and playing games and stuff. So I didn't really pursue it. But anyway, yeah. Um, there was this show, I think it was called Double Trouble. It was about twins in the 80s. And then they moved to New York, and one of the twins is a dancer and performer and actor, and one is a uh, clothing designer or artist or something like that. But anyway, the one who's a performer, she goes, she does this whole like acting uh, class, and then she goes up for a role of a commercial, and the teacher in the class like admonishes her for going for such a cheesy commercial, how low down. And then of course she goes to the audition anyway, and of course the teacher shows up at the audition and wins the audition. It's like, okay, right, But anyway, I don't know why I'm. Oh yeah, because the actor's studio is kind of like that. It's like, yeah, whatever you approach or whatever you do, uh, comedy, spoof, whatever, uh, go out and act it. Ellen Burstyn has done some great work. These days, she only shows up every couple of years or whatever, every 2 or 3 years. But she did a great movie called Resurrection around 1980, and Harvey Keitel uh, was in it. Later on in the 80s, she had a TV show called The Ellen Burstyn Show. Elaine Stritch played her mom. Megan Mullally played her daughter. I forget who played the son, but it was like uh, three women, three generations of women living in the same house, uh, raising the grandson. It was cool. Uh, and Harvey Keitel uh, once did a guest appearance on it. Anyway, so that's my plan for the evening. I love you all. I will make videos later, I'm sure, about it. Love and light. Peace. Good night.